Okay, so we've got our patch put back in place now, and I'm going to go ahead and tape it up, and we'll come back to that. Okay, so now I'm all taped up. Now, I really suggest this type of tape when you go to spackle. Instead of the old school paper tape, this sticks right to the drywall, and then when you go to put your your spackle on, it'll go right in those nooks and crannies and fill in all those gaps, and it flexes so it's not so stiff. Now this is the type of tape, it actually has a little adhesive backing on it. When you peel it off, it just sticks right to the wall. Okay, so now I've got my spackle all mixed up. You can get a pre-mixed spackle if you want to. It comes in like a blue and white tub from your home improvement store, or you can get a big bag like I have, and you just pre-mix it up with some water and a little bit of the dry ingredient, the spackle, gypsum. Once it gets to like a pudding consistency, then you're good to go. I'm going to go ahead and skim coat this and just put one light coat on there, and then we'll come back and see how that looks. Okay, I'm going to try to film this. What you want to do when you go to spackle is you want to put more pressure towards the outer part of where the patch isn't than the inner part, because you're trying to fill in, once you fill in all those nooks and crannies, you want to trowel that spackle out to the outer edge. So you lightly turn your spackle out towards the edge and you pull back this way. And then you do the same thing on the other side. As you're putting pressure on it and driving it in, now the thing with spackle is less is better. You want to come back and do a couple more coats, which is less sanding. As you can see, we've got a larger patch than when we started. That way you won't see it with your eye. It'll feather it out. Of course, this part of the wall is probably going to come out a little bit because you have you know, where your tape and all is, and you want to fill that in. It's going to be a little bit higher, and then as you go back to the original drywall, it's going to get a little lower. So what you do is you take it out further on the edges, and then that'll make your eye gravitate towards the wall, not instead of that just one point, you know, that one place where you've patched it. So we'll go ahead and do that. We'll let that dry up, and then we'll hit it with a wet sponge and take down some of the high spots. Alright, now that we've got that spackled up, I lightly went over it with a sponge, take down some of the high points, and we'll let that go ahead and set up, and we'll do another skim coat with the larger knife. Okay, now I've got a larger knife here, like an 8-inch knife, and now I'm going to go ahead and spackle that entire piece there. Okay, this is the second coat, and we'll go ahead and hit that with a light sponge in a little bit. Okay, the patches have 3 coats now on it, and I'm going to let that dry, and we'll come back and paint it. Okay, so there's the finished product after it's been painted. The shadow is from the candle here. If I remove that, you can't tell where the patch was. Took about a couple rolls of paint there. Now what I did was I put it on with a paintbrush, and then I back roll it with a roller. That way it blends into the original wall, and you can't tell where the repair was. Okay, well, make some comments. Let me know how your projects turn out, and thanks for watching.